Hi friends, I'm going to read you a big book today called The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. I'm going to hold my camera this way, so hopefully this is going to work. You'll be able to really see the story because it's a big book. It starts like this. It is autumn. Now autumn is another word for fall. So it is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is much smaller than the others. Do you see it? Right there. Will it be able to keep up with the others? Where's it going? See the wind? Whoosh, carrying it off. I see leaves blowing off the trees. One of the seeds flies higher up than the others. Up, up, up. It goes too high and gets burned up by the sun's hot rays. Oh boy. But the tiny seed, here it is, sails on with the others. Another seed lands on top of an icy mountain. Oh boy. The ice never melts there and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on. Here they go. But the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. He's coming, but he's tiny. Here they go. Now what are they coming over? Oh, over the water. Now the tiny seed flies over the ocean with the other seeds. One seed falls into the water and drowns. Oh no. But the other seeds are sailing on by the wind. The tiny seed does not go quite as high as the other seeds. One seed drifts down onto a hot, dry desert. It is hot and dry, and that seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low. Here's the other seeds. Do you see the tiny seed? Oh, there he is. He's pretty low to the ground. Oh, there's a cactus. But the wind is pushing it on. Oh no, what's this? Finally, the wind stops and all the seeds fall gently down to the ground. A bird comes by and eats one of the seeds. Oh boy, the tiny seed does not get eaten. It's so small the bird doesn't even see it. Do you see it? Do you see the tiny seed? There it is. So they landed on the ground. Now it is winter. Here's the ground. Here's the snow. After their long trip, the seeds settle down into the earth, and snow falls and covers them up like a soft white blanket. Oh, a hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats some of the seeds for lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not even see it. Here he is. Here's the bigger seeds. Here's some dirt. Boy. Now it is springtime. And after a few months go by, after the snow's melted, it's really spring. The birds are out and flying. The sun is shining. Rain is falling. The seeds now grow round. And they suck up all that water and they start to burst open a little bit. Now they're not seeds anymore. They're plants. Their little stems and leaves start to grow up toward the sun and the air, and their roots are growing down into the ground. There's another plant that's growing much faster. That's a big weed. It takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the little plants next to it, and that little plant can't grow. The tiny seed hasn't really started to grow yet, but finally, hooray, it starts to sprout. There it is. See these bigger ones, roots, The stems are going up, the leaves towards the sun, roots, and finally little roots and a tiny little shoot off of our little tiny seed. The warm weather also brings lots of children outside to play. They've been waiting for the sun and the springtime. One child running doesn't see the plants as he runs along. Oh no, he steps on one and breaks one. Now that plant can't grow anymore. Here's our tiny seed. He's still okay. Yay! The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing very fast. There it is, it's growing. But its neighbor, another seed, grew even faster. Look what it grew into. A big flower already. It has many leaves. And look, a flower. But what's happening? Oh no, there are footsteps. Then a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and picks the flower. Is that plant, is that little seed going to grow anymore? Not anymore. It got picked. But there's our little seed. There's our tiny seed. One little shoot and 3 leaves so far. A boy has picked the flower to give it to a friend. Oh, but that plant can't grow anymore once you pick a flower. Now it is summertime. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is standing all alone. It grows on and on and on, and it doesn't stop growing. The sun shines on it. The rain waters it. Now it has many, many leaves, and it grows taller and taller and taller and taller. It's taller than the people. It's taller than the trees. It's taller than the houses. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It's a gigantic flower. Wow, that was all from that tiny little seed. Look how big it grew. All summer long, the birds and the bees and the butterflies come visiting the flower. They've never seen such a big, beautiful flower. Butterflies, see the bees, birds, moths. Oh, they love it. All summer. What comes after summer? Now it is autumn again. Autumn is another word for fall. It's autumn again, and the days are growing shorter and the nights are getting cooler. Now the wind starts blowing, and it's starting to blow the colored leaves off the trees. It's also blowing the petals off the giant flower. They're sailing along, the petals, with the colored leaves. Some petals drop from the giant flower, sail along, and land down on the ground. Whoosh. Here it goes. The wind blows harder, and the flower has now lost almost all of its petals. It starts swaying and bending in the wind. But the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. And once more, when the wind shakes the flower's seed pod pops open, and out come many tiny seeds. There they go. That start flying away on the wind, just like the tiny seed did. Here goes this, all the seeds again. Off they go, and they sail far, far away. The end. Hope you like the story by Eric Carle, The Tiny Seed. Bye, friends.